Hi Pisces, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Today I'm going to ask my spirit guides for love's hidden truths. Anything going on around you that you should know? Any secrets or something that is being kept from you? Somebody holding back? A person on your mind? Something that we need to know. So let's ask Spirit what they want you to know today and see what the cards are saying. So let's call in our guides. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, I call upon you with loving messages. What is it that you need me to hear? What is it that you want me to know at this time? I am listening for you now. I have solitude. They're saying I'm waiting. Okay, so I could be waiting to hear from somebody. I am alone. I have savage with these prickly cactus. Little bit of I've got my kind of defense up. For some reason, I'm trying to protect myself is how it came in. I have a work in progress. Maybe there's somebody in particular I'm thinking of, but we're not there yet. You know, we're going through some things and we just aren't there yet. And I have a distance. I feel like keeping a distance. So I'm going to tag this as a no contact today because I do feel like I'm kind of guarding myself from somebody. I either needed time or we need to work something out before this kind of, union continues. Spirit, can I have a couple more cards? Let's see. I have many loves. Okay, so we could be struggling with a third-party situation. Is that the hidden truth, Spirit, that there was somebody else involved in this connection? This has been a great connection. Unfortunately, we cannot have, multiple people in a connection. So you need to be the only one. I mean, this is a no-brainer. If, it's a great connection when I'm with you, but when I'm not with you, tic-tac-toe, who's in the next square next to me? So definitely a feeling of I'm not the only one and I need to be the only one. This feeling of I won't be, I won't be one of many. Okay. I won't be anything but the only one. And maybe they said, okay, I have secrets. I think that this is a bombshell. They're saying it was a bombshell that maybe we really weren't expecting to find out that they were with somebody else, unfortunately. And this reading's not going to be for everybody. So if it's not connecting to you, just, let it go. But this is a bombshell, they're saying. And this feeling of they have been keeping something from me. They were pulling away. They have been, haven't been themselves. They've been acting differently, something like that. Bottom of the deck, they've been intimate with somebody else. So that part I can't handle. I'm really struggling with that. So we've got some kind of third-party situation going on here. Spirit, please share with me what you need me to hear about this connection. What is it that you need me to hear moving forward? I have a Chariot. I have a Three of Pentacles. Feels like somebody they work with. I have an Ace of Cups. And I have a Six of Cups. So it's coming into me as, but you're the one I love. So it's a feeling of, I mean, can I say, oops? I mean, you don't just jump into bed with somebody, but I feel like that's what they're acting like it was no big deal. You're the one I love. And then that's when you say, well, if you love me, you wouldn't be with somebody else. You know, we go back and forth with that energy, and it's hard because they do love you, you know, and it is a sense of, I probably just went with my sexual desires and I wasn't thinking. It's not good enough, right? It is a bombshell. It is a bombshell. And then it's a bombshell to also to hear that they still love you. And because you can't wrap your head around that, because why would they hurt you if this person didn't mean anything? Little bit of a, we were technically separated at the time. So maybe we had parted ways for some of you for other reasons. We had taken a break from each other. So technically they weren't cheating on you because we were, you know, in a no contact situation or we were taking a break. But I feel like the hurt of them being intimate with somebody else during that time is, for some of you, is just like, you know, you just ran right out there, you know, and you had to be with somebody else. So it just is very hurtful. I have a star. What is it that you are wanting? I feel like this person is trying to let you know that we're supposed to be together. You know, after all is said and done, all the pain, all the hurt, all the crying, all the tears, all the you said this happened. I feel like this person at the end of the day is going to let you know they love you and they still feel like they're supposed to be with you. I don't know how we got here, is how it just came in. And that could be the truth. How did we get here? And how do we fix it? I feel like we can't wrap around, you know, all that's happened. Like it hasn't been just like one thing. Now it's turned into like this series of events that has happened. And it's just really hard. I love you too, Queen of Cups. Can you be in love with somebody and hate them at the same time? Yes. You know, like, I can't stand you. I mean, big mistake. I mean, that's an understatement, right? How do we forgive, Spirit? What can we do? I guess I need some direction here. I want to go to here for a second. Let me just see what these cards say. It's a hard one because we still love each other, but there's all this hurt in between. A spiritual awakening. Okay. Forgiveness. Realizing that we love each other, realizing that we have to try harder, realizing that we have to forgive to be able to move on. A heartbreak. You broke my heart. Breaking your heart was the worst thing I've ever done. Maybe you'll never love me the same ever again. Maybe you'll never look at me the same ever again. That's hurtful. Self-love. I'm trying to love myself more. Maybe in that period of separation, that short period of separation, I'm not giving them excuses, but maybe they were insecure and they were trying to make themselves feel better. So one of the things they did was their ego was saying, I can be with somebody else. And for the moment, short period of time, felt good. You know, so was it their way of self-improvement? I don't know, but it's definitely a feeling of my ego needed stroking. An unexpected message. I do feel that. I feel like You've got somebody that says, they just said, I remember everything, but I feel like I remember everything good. Okay. Like I'm not thinking about all the crap that we've gone through recently. I'm thinking about the good. I'm thinking about the before. You know, if I can go back in time. I feel like this person is just trying to figure out, can we and will we repair this? It's an important conversation. I have something to say. Somebody reaches out. I have something really, really important to tell you. And I don't even know where to begin, other than we begin at the beginning. And they're saying, I don't want to rehash all the old stuff. Like we've already gone over what happened. We both know what happened. So it is a feeling of we have to start back at the beginning, is how it just came into me. I have to talk to you. Okay. We need to talk, is really what's going on. And I don't want to rehash everything again. That's not going to help either one of us. A karmic partner. Is this a twin flame? Is this a twin flame that I can't break the bond? Probably. That's maybe why I'm having a hard time. That I'm struggling with this particular person more so than I have with others. Spirit, what else is it that you need me to know about this connection? I have a 5 of Wands. I have a 2 of Wands. I don't, it's the battle. I want to think ahead. I don't want to keep fighting. Can we move beyond the whatever happened between us? An Ace of Wands. You're the only one. And I have a King of Pentacles. This came into me as a little bit of, I want to prove it to you. I want to show you. Confident. Okay. That somehow they still have something to offer. That somehow that, they should still be the choice. And this is an extra card in this deck. It's called the Blossom. Blooming again. Flowers wither and die. You think of a rose bush and you go out there with little clippers, and I'm not a gardener whatsoever. And you cut the little rose buds that are dead, that are off, right? And you wait for a new bud to bloom. And lo and behold, love blooms again. Now, you may feel like I'll never be able to love this person the way that I did before. And you may be able to say to yourself, like, I'll talk to them, but I don't think they'll change my mind. Now, some of you may just say, it's too much has gone by. I have a 9 of Cups and I have a Queen of Swords. So I feel like for my own peace of mind, I would be willing to talk to them. I want to hear what they have to say. Maybe I need closure. Maybe I need an apology. Maybe I need them to look me right in the eye and explain to me, why they ran into the arms of somebody else the first moment that we were taking a little break from each other. I thought we were taking a break from each other so that we could do some healing and find our way to be stronger. So that could be upsetting because I kind of feel like you weren't honest with that. I have a lot to say, is what they just said. This person has a lot to say. Okay. Spirit, please share with me. I'm planning a big surprise for you. Get ready to expect the unexpected. I think you've got an unexpected call, unexpected, we need to talk, unexpected message. I'm not going to allow my fear to get in the way of our love. I can't lose you again. So that king came back at me as very strong. It came back at me as somebody who would fight for you, who isn't giving up just yet, who made a mistake, wants the opportunity to say, I'm sorry. Again, there was a little window of time that for some of you, intuitively, I felt like technically we weren't together at the time, that this person was with somebody else physically. So they're kind of justifying that somehow. Borderline gray area, right? When you least expect it, I will come back to you. Everyone will witness our love in the 3D. So the 5D is still talking to each other. It has unfinished business. I still feel your vibe. I still feel your energy. My hands are tingling. Yeah, when you least expect it. You make me long for love and romance, and I thought this only exists in movies. So I miss what we had, definitely. And they didn't have it, obviously. I think it was a fling. I think it was probably just a casual, it was a hookup. You know, the hookup that didn't last. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. But it is a sense of, I miss you. Big surprise. A big surprise. I want to come back into your life. Do you feel our energies merge as one? I feel crazy in love with you still. So sometimes you want what you can't have more. Sometimes that I don't have you kind of makes you crazy. I'm obsessing over I don't have you in my life. So therefore, I want you more, if that makes sense. So I think that this person is definitely obsessing over losing you, and why. Okay. And how do I fix it? Bottom of the deck. I create boundaries to protect my fragile ego. I'm very sensitive to your criticism. I feel that this person doesn't want to keep rehashing. We already know what the problem is. We already know what the episode was. We've already fought about it, I feel like multiple times. So it's time to let that go if we can. We can't just keep having that same conversation because we're going in circles. The new conversation has to be, where do we go from here? And they're saying, realizing that we do still love each other is the starting point. Okay. We have to talk. We have an important conversation. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. And if you need more no contact readings, check out my Twin Flame channel. That has a lot of no contacts for your sign as well. And I'll put the link in the description below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. We'll see you all again real soon. We'll let Spirit guide you both. Have a great day.